Hi there, it's Dean Odell with 7 Gables Real Estate and the Odell Group. It's time for Tustin Talks. We're going to start a little bit about talking about the Orange County market in general, and then we'll move into the Tustin markets more specifically. So let's talk about what's been going on. Well, things have been a little bit sluggish. That is the theme, sluggish. And that is only because we've been going 100 miles an hour for years now, and we've slowed down to like 75, okay? It's still a pretty good market. Let's look at the market now. So right now, there are 7,561 homes on the market, which is up 15% from last year's levels. If we look at our Orange County demand year over year, our sales are also off 15% from 2 years ago, but they are almost dead equal with last year at this time. We are only off 7 sales, or about 3%. So the market becomes even a little bit more fragmented and confusing when you look at it by price, because price, as we have told you, is a big determining factor in what market activity is. So if we look at this chart here, you will see the only difference I notice in this chart from the last Tustin Talks is that the $1.25 to the $1.5 million price range has now slipped into buyer territory, where it's a slight buyer's market. That used to be a balanced market, still very close to a balanced market, but leaning towards the buyers a bit. And you can see how your home fits into this chart. Last chart I want to show you is just Orange County closed sales, how many homes actually closed escrow. This year you could see we closed 2,715 sales in the last 30 days versus 2,879 the previous year, which was a drop of about 7% in sales. So looking a little closer at the Tustin markets, we made this chart for you, which is only available on Tustin Talks. What you're going to find is when you look at this chart that there's a big variation in the areas and zip codes in terms of the data. And that's because some of these homes are in markets that primarily have older homes, some are in markets that have newer homes, some are lower priced markets. So even within just our Tustin area, there's a lot of differentiation in the marketplace. So when you hear these broad stroke things in the news regarding the housing market, you have to understand that you really got to break it down to the local level and to the micro market that you're either buying or selling in. So let us do that for you. Here's the numbers. You can see the different categories we have down the left side of the chart and the numbers in 2019 versus 2018. Some things I'll point out here. You'll see like in the 92705 zip code, closed sales were up 80%, which was amazing. But if you remember the month before, we talked about how high the pending sales were in 92705. So we're just going to have to see how 92705's trend goes next month. Notice that the list price to sales price ratios are extremely high, which means you don't need a lot of flexibility in your price. When you look at the top line here, what's for sale, you can see there's 111 homes in North Tustin versus 96 last year, 36 versus 42 in Tustin, and 33 versus 29. The average days on the market did go up in every single Tustin market over last year. So you can kind of see how the market's doing in these submarkets. The other thing I like to look at is new listings versus pendings. In North Tustin, 31 homes went into escrow versus 43 that came on. So that kind of shows you the absorption rate that's going on. Where in the 92780 zip code, you'll see that 24 new listings came on, where 26 went into escrow. So it absorbs some of the standing inventory. That's over 100% absorption, and that is good for the 92780. It also is the market that has the most activity because the average price is $800,000. Whereas North Tustin, you're at $1,154,000, and in Tustin Ranch, you're at $1,293,000 for the average sold prices. When you look at the 92782 zip code, you will see they've made a very good comeback from the beginning of the year. They had 16 homes come on the market with 17 that were absorbed into escrow, which is really, really good. So what have we learned from this week's Tustin Talks? Well, what we've learned is the data that is out there has to be specifically for your home and your marketplace so that you can understand accurately what's happening in the local marketplace that you're looking at. So reading the national news, listening to national or regional headlines, listening to Orange County broad strokes, is not good enough. You have to get into your micro market, and we can do that for you, whether you're a buyer or seller. So let us put our experience to work for you. You can reach out to us by either phone call or social media, email, and we'll see you soon on the next Tustin Talks. Thanks. Hey guys, who are you getting your real estate advice from? Do you know there's 23,000 agents in Orange County and 87% of them are going to be out of the business within 5 years? The Odell Group's been around for nearly 40 years. We are ranked number 9 in transactions closed, and we can give you the right advice to help you make good decisions. So please click on our subscribe button here and start watching the videos and let us know if there's anything we do to help you.